What's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Real quick, man. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday, man. In case you didn't know, the playoffs are here, baby. The playoffs are here. This is what we've been waiting for, guys. This is what we wanted so bad. Um, Going through this condensed season, the up and down, the roller coaster of a season. You know, let's be honest. It wasn't a lot to be excited about in this season with so many injuries and so many different things going on that it kind of took away a little bit from the season. But the playoffs are here, baby. And it got started today with a heck of a game between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat. And I don't know if you guys see them with shorts or not, but I said it's simple for me. If Giannis do not get out the first round, to me, he can no longer be considered the number one option. I said it, and I mean that, and that's just how I feel. But what you've seen today from Giannis is improvement, right? There was a time where I felt like Giannis felt like he had to do it all himself, and he would force things and stuff like that. And that just wasn't the case today, man. I thought Giannis played a heck of a game. The Miami Heat played a heck of a game. Let me say something, man. These Miami Heat remind you of why they got to the NBA playoff, because they literally want the smoke. they want the late pressure. They want a scratch and claw type of game, and they're gonna play you for 48 minutes. Is what they do, is their style of play. They're going to play for 48 minutes. And if you're not prepared to give 110% for 48 minutes, you're about to have a long game. And every time I was watching the game, and every time it looked like, if you didn't look at the score, you'd be like, okay, the Bucks are up. The Bucks are killing it. But then you have to look down the score, like, wait, they only up by one? Or Miami's up by one? Or the game is tied? Man, I just thought that they literally played Miami style of basketball, and I feel like this series is probably going to go the distance. Milwaukee, let's be honest, Milwaukee is the better team. They should be the better team. They should be the team that come out. But if you playing a team like Miami, and if you don't think that they believe that they belong in every single series, that they could be anybody in this league, if you get any ounce of confidence or let's say a little arrogance about yourself, Miami will it will make you shut up very fast. All right. And obviously the Miami Heat were led by the leader, who is Jimmy Butler. To me, one of the things I've noticed this year and last year is when he needs to be that guy, he will be that guy. But today just wasn't the case. He balled out. He played well, but when you look at it, he only had 17 points. He was 4 of 22. That's not gonna get it from your leader, from the person you need to make the big shots. He's your go-to guy. They were actually led in scoring by Duncan Robinson, who gave you 24. Ariza gave you 8. Butler, of course, gave you 17. Adebayo gave you 9. See, you need more from them too. You're gonna need more from Butler and Adebayo. Like, these are your two main guys. Now, excuse me, Adebayo did give you 12 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Butler did give you 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. So they had all-around games, and I understand. But I feel like they're going to have to be some games in this series where Butler just go bananas if they're going to come out of this series victorious. Iguodala had 2 points. Dragic actually was the man with 25 today, coming off the bench. I don't know. I'm not understanding why he's not starting. Anyway, he gave you 10. He was 10 of 17, 5 of 10 from the 3-point line. And Miami Heat showed Miami Heat basketball, in my opinion. They played hard. They played well. They were scrappy. It's what they bring to the game. So yeah, you want a Butler, you want an Adebayo to step up and just be those guys, right? You want them to step up and take over some things. But what you also got to realize is they play a team basketball. They believe in each other. So Butler don't feel bad when he only have 17 because he really believe the guys around him can pick up the slack. He provides that leadership and that belief, and it's infectious. So that's why I say Miami he gonna be a dangerous team. But tonight, I'm sorry, not tonight. This afternoon, the Bucks was just a better team. When you look at they got production from everybody. Giannis 26, Middleton 27, Brook Lopez 18, Drew Holiday 20. DiVincenzo had the best 3-point game you can, best game with only 3 points that you can see. And what I mean by that is this guy's. I love watching DiVincenzo play. He is so active. He's active. He reminds you of a Caruso. Not put him in the same context, but a Russ. Like they're gonna play you when they're on their court. It's all they got, and I love that type of style. I love that type of player, and I think that even though he only had 3 points, he had 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. The guy's impactful, and he can impact the game in so many different ways. And he's one of those guys that's gonna get on the floor, that's gonna scrap for every ball. Portis gave you 8. I thought he made some key shots. Who that? Forbes gave you 5. So, but the Miami starters all was in, except DiVincenzo, they was all in double figures. The Lords, and all of them had 20 points plus, minus Brook Lopez. He had 18, so he was one shot away from having a 20-point game. So I'm saying all that to say, man, that the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat series, to me, is the perfect series to kick this thing off, man. I mean, these guys are ready. They understand what they and you got to believe that Milwaukee got a chip on their shoulder from last year. You got to believe that. I believe it. I believe they definitely got a chip on their shoulder from last year. They got something to prove. And for me, like I said, man, Giannis got to get out. He got to get out of the first round. If he do not get out of the first round, that would be a travesty, and we're going to have to start to look at him differently. It is what it is, guys. I'm not making this up. It's just my opinion. I think he can do it. Now, this is something else that happened late in the game that I've been following them crazy, but the Miami Heat coach was like, hey, watch him. He takes longer than 10 seconds to shoot from the free throw line. I never noticed that. And that was big down the stretch. Another thing is Giannis is going to have to make his three free throws down the stretch as well. All these are things that he's going to have to step up and do and become better throughout this series, because the Miami Heat are a type of team that once they see a weakness, they're going to exploit it. So he's going to have to play better. But this is his series, and this is possibly his year. So if that's the case, it got to be now. So with that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, man, you guys be great.